Yo, what's the deal? This is Chad Muska, and you're watching AHOODIE TV.
So I'm here with Chad Muska in London promoting the new Skytop 4. How you doing?
Doing great, doing great. How about yourself?
Excellent, good to have you here.
Yes, good to be here, good to be here.
So, you're here promoting the shoe. What went through your mind when creating this?
For me, it's sort of been like a long progression since the one, and like each one kind of leads into the next. And for me, it's just about like creating something that I'm proud of and something that I feel continues the spirit of the Skytop, which is like innovation and creation and to bring something new to the table.
So, what is it that kind of redefines the 4? What sets it apart from the 3?
Like I said, it's sort of like a natural progression, but each one trying to stay as innovative and futuristic as possible, I think. And so this one, you know, the 3, we went down in height, and that sort of like, it sort of like, you know, threw people off a lot. But I kind of like that, you know, because for me, it's about creating something new and something different, like I said. And so with the 4, we went back to the original height as the 1, or maybe a little bit, you know, similar to the height as the 1, and went with the cup sole opposed to the 1 and 2 having vulcanized sole, and you know, just really kind of brought more of a technical aspect to it. And
because you're wearing it now, I mean, how's it feel?
Oh, I love it. It's great. I love it. I don't take them off.
I mean,
not only because they pay me. No.
I mean, I read a piece that you said top 3 shoes of all time: 3s, 2s, and 1s. Where do the 4s stack up?
They bump those ones down a little bit to the top, you know. But I think like any current creation is always going to be your favorite, you know. And to some extent, that'll fade out a little bit sometimes. But with this one, really, I just like, it reminds me of the excitement of when the 1 first came out. Like I really felt like, you know, like that this is bringing something new and innovative, and it's a skatable product that also is I would consider high fashion as well too. So I'm really merging the worlds of all the things that inspire me and that I've been a part of through skateboarding, hip hop culture, fashion, all those things coming into one mashup of a shoe.
So speaking of your style, how would you describe Chad?
My style?
Yeah.
You just described it.
Just Chad.
Right there, done.
I mean, from like over the decades, you've changed like your style massively. From like, I remember seeing one of like the Tony Hawk's games, the vest and stuff, and like now it's kind of like completely different. Yeah,
I mean, I think I'm like constantly changing, but consistently me. And like, for me, it's like, I like fashion and I like celebrating fashion. That part of that is every season doing something new, trying something new, not being afraid to have some sense of individualism and just keep progressing, you know. So that's part of my life and part of what I've always done. And like I said, like I like creating new stuff, and so that leads to changing silhouettes of clothing, changing color schemes, patterns, all these things. So yeah, it's like, I feel like if you look at me in the 90s and compared to now, there's totally a big difference, you know. But I think part of that helps you remain relevant too, as well as changing and keeping up with the times and keeping people interested in what you're doing, whether they talk shit about it or embrace it, you know. It's like, for me, as long as I'm doing something new and innovative that I'm proud of, then I'm gonna keep continuing to do it, whether people love it or hate it. I don't really care. I'm just gonna do me and enjoy life. And
you made Muska beats,
and
you had some insane artists on, like Raekwon, as well, KRS-One. So who is, in your opinion, the greatest rapper of all time?
Oh man, that's like asking who's the greatest skater of all time. It's
I can ask that as well.
But it's all individualism, you know. So like, I think there's not a greatest, you know what I mean? I think that like each individual has their own moment and their own message and their own particular style that they put out that I've appreciated over the years, you know. But then always looking for hip hop and rap. It's like a lot of those guys that are on the album were people that I grew up listening to and are sort of the, you know, the founders of hip hop, you know, and Africa Bambaataa, Melly Mel, KRS-One, you know, all those people. To grow up and listen to that music and have it influence me so much as a youth, fast forward to being able to work with them and produce music and and do that with them was just like an amazing dream come true. And Flavor Flav and you know all these people, like, you know, it's like being in a hotel room with them recording.
And you made it in 2 weeks, is that right? So was
pretty much, like, well, about a month. There was we got a hotel room in New York City in the Soho Grand, and it was one of the first. I had set up one of the first like portable USB bus-powered audio devices that you can record, you know, on the spot, and it was pretty cool. It was an innovative project, and a lot of rappers were like, "Well, this is crazy! Like, you got a recording studio in a hotel room," and we didn't ask the hotel if we could do it or anything. We just brought in big speakers and had this like recording studio, and it was going on all night long, and we had no complaints, and they let us do it, and it was pretty amazing. Yeah. So, but a lot of those guys are some of my favorite rappers of all time for sure. I mean, and each in their own individual time period too, you know, because how do you compare the music that was happening in the 80s to, like, you know, Biz Markie and Africa Bambaataa and all that stuff to like Wu-Tang, you know what I mean? It's like two completely different things, you know. It's like comparing like Rodney Mullen to Jamie Thomas or something. They're like two different completely aspects of skateboarding, and music is the same thing to me, you know.
To finish things up, I wanted to hit you with some quick fire questions. I'm not got notes, but like just there's one or two options you got basically. So first of all, skating or hating?
Skating, always, yeah.
Okay, grinding rails or grinding by clips?
Grinding rails.
Yeah, definitely, even though hip hop element with clips?
Yeah. Are you testing my answer?
Oh, no. Yeah. Okay.
You don't believe me?
No. Okay.
But I'd much rather grind a rail than
Okay.
I'm down with clips, no offense, but I'd much rather grind rails.
Tony Hawk or Tony Soprano?
That's a tough one.
Tony might be listening as well.
Yeah, Tony Hawk.
Tony Hawk, okay. What about Skytop or Skyfall by Adele?
Skytop.
Skytop all day, every day?
Yes.
Okay. Kickflip or kick the cat when you've had a bad day at work?
Kickflip.
Okay. What about hip?
No animal abuse.
No animal abuse. Oh, well, the next question. It's not abuse is the next question, but what about hip hop or Hungry Hippos?
Hip hop.
Hip hop. Okay. And finally, Supra or The Rain, open brackets, Super Duper Fly, close brackets, by Missy Elliott?
Supra.
Okay. There we are, the quick fire questions. Good to have you here. And one thing before we go, when you're next slapping up your deck, the hoodie stickers, they're for you.
We got it. Yeah. Is that Paul Rodriguez? No.
They're still that guy, so there's me. I want to see that on your board next.
Okay, we have it.
Chad Muska for AHOODIE TV.
Good to be here. Thank you.
Cheers.